Guys, so for this tutorial I'm going to be using my size 3mm hook and my yarn, which is from a brand called Ashiyan. So it's a Turkish brand. So to get started, you're going to make a foundation chain that is wide enough to pass your hips. So you're going to be using your hips measurement for your foundation chain. So I'm just going to start by making my chain. I did a total of 168 chains. Now I'm just going to join the foundation chain together. For the first row, you're going to chain 1, go into the first stitch with 1 double crochet, go into the next 2 stitches with 1 double crochet, so 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, go into the next 2 stitches with 1 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, and the next 2 stitches with 1 double crochet. So you're alternating between 1 double crochet in 3 stitches and a chain 1, skip 1 stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet, and the next 2 stitches with 1 double crochet. You're going to continue with this till you get to the end of the row. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next 3 stitches with 1 double crochet. I'm at the end of the first row. I'm going to chain 1 and slip stitch into this chain 1 I did at the beginning of the row. For row 2, you're going to start by chaining 3, skip the 3 double crochet and go into the chain 1 space with 3 double crochet. Now chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the 3 double crochet stitches, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the 3 double crochet stitches, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. So continue with this till you get to the end of the row. I've come to the end of the second row. I'm going to slip stitch into this first stitch of the chain 3 I did at the beginning of the row. For the third row, chain 1 in this first space, go in with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the 3 double crochet stitch and go into the chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. So continue with this till you get to the end of the row. So you're just going to repeat this row till you have the amount of rows you want, and I'll show you what to do next. But for now, just continue with this and I'll let you know how many rows I do. So I did a total of 14 rows. You can make it longer or shorter depending on how high-waisted you want the shirts to be. So now I'm going to do the crotch of the shirt. So for that, you're going to mark the middle of the shirt. So fold this into half. So this is going to be the middle. I'm just going to start by attaching my yarn. So for the crotch, I'm going to chain 15. You can chain more if you want the space between your legs to be wide. It all depends on which you're comfortable with, but I'm going to chain 15. So now I've chained 15 and I'm just going to attach this chain to this other side of the shirt. So now that you've gotten the crotch area, you're going to work on one leg before you move to the other leg. So I'm going to start by chaining 1, skip this chain 3 space, go into the chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, skip the 3 double crochet, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Continue till you get to this chain. So now I've gotten to the chain stitch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next 3 stitches with 1 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next 3 stitches with 1 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, go into the next 3 stitches with 1 double crochet. Now I have come to the end of the row. I'm going to chain 1, go into this chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and go into the next chain 1 space with 3 double crochets. So you're going to repeat what you did for the body of the shirt till you get the length you want for the legs. Did a total of 4 rows. If you want the legs to be longer, you can do more rows. It depends on you. So for the 5th row, I'm going to start by chaining 1. Now put 1 double crochet in each stitch. Put 1 double crochet in the chain 1 space and 1 double crochet in each of these double crochet stitches. Go into the chain 1 space with 1 double crochet and the double crochet stitches with 1 double crochet in each of them. So for this row, you're just going around with 1 double crochet. Now you're going to continue till you get to the end of the row. I'm done with the legs of the shirt. So for the last row, I just went round with 1 double crochet. So remember, I did 4 rows of the granny stitch, and then I just did 1 more row of double crochet, making it 5 rows for the legs. So like I said before, you can make the legs longer or shorter. It all depends on which one you prefer. But the yarn I have is not going to be enough, so I have to just make it short instead. So now I'm going to do the waist of the shirt. So you're just going to attach your yarn at any end, and then I'm going to chain 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch. So go into this first stitch with 1 double crochet. Go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet and the next stitch with 1 double crochet. So don't forget to put 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space. Now go into each of those 3 double crochet stitches with 1 double crochet. Go into the chain 1 space with 1 double crochet. So you're just repeating what you did for the last row for the legs. You're just putting 1 double crochet in each stitch. So I'm going to do this for about 4 to 5 rows depending on the length I want for my waistband, which I will let you know how many rows I have when I get the length I want. But for now, just go around the waist hole with 1 double crochet in a stitch till you have the amount of rows you want. Now I'm done with the shorts, and I did a total of 3 rows of double crochet for the waistband, and then I did a long strap for the waist. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe.